Today on Monkey Life, Alison takes additional precautions to protect many of the park's residents, following confirmation the global COVID pandemic can also affect apes.
If one chimpanzee in Hananya's group gets COVID-19, it's likely that all 17 will.
More tests for bachelor chimp Gypsy as his mystery condition worsens.
It's the sort of picture you see in people that have like a chronic bronchitis. What on earth has caused that, we don't know.
And, just like Dad, little Woolly Leroy shares a strawberry breakfast with Father Levar. Monkey World in Dorset, buried deep in the English countryside, is the largest sanctuary of its kind on the planet. The team, led by Dr. Alison Cronin, rescue and rehabilitate abused and unwanted primates from all over the world.
Hi! Look at that. Oh, he's fantastic.
The park provides a home for more than 260 primates from 25 different species. The impact of the COVID-19 pandemic has resulted in a tough couple of years for everyone at the park. The team have had the added worry of protecting the health and welfare of the animals from the virus.
It's now known very clearly that a wide variety of animals can catch COVID-19. But of course, all of the great apes, chimpanzees, bonobos, gorillas, orangutans, human beings. So it's an issue for us. We also have a lot of older, more vulnerable apes here at the park, and we know that the elderly are more susceptible to COVID-19 and the effects of it than younger individuals. So all of those things just make me terrified.
The team at Monkey World have been particularly cautious throughout the pandemic.
Want to try this? See what you think.
To mitigate the spread of the virus, the primate care teams wear masks and regularly check the temperatures of the gibbons and great apes.
35.8, that's a nice temperature, good boy.
One species causing real concern are the chimps. They share a high percentage of DNA with humans and are, by nature, social animals. The park has 4 communities.
We keep our apes in large groups. If one chimpanzee in Hananya's group gets COVID-19, it's likely that all 17 will. And it just, as I say it, I get chills down my back and it's worrying.
But science has come up with answers which may benefit all large primates. COVID vaccines have had a successful rollout in the UK, and Alison has lobbied health officials for any spare doses no longer suitable for human use. She's keen to vaccinate the chimps, orangutans, and gibbons.
It's a difficult one because there's no way that I would ever suggest that our chimpanzees should have a vaccine prior to another human being, but there are expiry dates. I've been able to get 10 vials, which in theory I can get 8 large ape doses out of each vial, and if you draw it up carefully, 9. So there's a little bit of a concern and risk, but we've proceeded cautiously, and we've set up a protocol for how we're going to do this cautiously and carefully. And as I speak to you, we've already given out the initial doses to a select few individuals and then monitored their reaction. And it's been nothing.
One of the first recipients was Butch, one of the park's first chimps, who arrived 33 years ago. He's elderly, but in good health, and cooperative when accepting medication from the team. He's shown no reaction to the jab.
So we're now rolling it out for everybody. And that's no mean feat because altogether, we've got 51 chimpanzees, we've got 14 orangutans, and 22 gibbons, if I'm remembering correctly.
All the orangutans have now been vaccinated, and today it's the turn of Bart's group of 17 chimps.
Hi.
Hello.
Just making sure that they're all perfect and without bubbles, but I think so.
The primate care staff are well versed in administering medication. The larger animals at the park have all been trained to accept a hand injection. As a reward, they're given a treat. The team are using an extra high-value reward today.
If you literally want to grab a bowl and put some of the malt loaf on it and then just see who follows you down, just disperse them out a bit.
Before being given the vaccine, each chimp has their temperature taken and recorded.
36.3, Eddie, 35.6. Cool. Yeah, so you literally just want to go along and get everyone's temperatures.
They'll be retested over the next few days to check for any fluctuations, which could become a cause for concern. Temperature done, it's time for the vaccination.
Very good, Athena. Very good, my girl. Hey, well done.
Good girl!
Leader Bart is used to injections. He has a daily insulin dose.
This is just nothing to him, really.
The vaccination process for Bart's group goes smoothly.
Good girl! Well done. Good girl!
Yeah, it wasn't horrendous, so pretty solid with the actual injections. It's just, yeah, certain individuals, not mentioning any names, Gamba, just trying to get in the mix all the time. Obviously, with this group, some of them are getting older, some of the younger ones are up and down, so just our regular day-to-day stuff can go a little bit awry because the hierarchies are shifting. But when you walk down a corridor with some malt loaf covered in jam, gets some people a bit too excited, doesn't it, mate? Quite happy with them.
Over the next few days, the rest of the chimpanzees will receive their vaccination, and all will be monitored for adverse effects. Along with the team's safety protocols, the primates now have an added level of protection against the effects of the virus. The majority of the primates at the park love to eat fresh browse, and not just the leaves, but the bark as well. It's an excellent natural source of fibre and nutrients, but can also be fun to play with. It's a great indoor distraction when the weather isn't so good. Today, the 5 orangutans in the nursery group are being provided with just such an indoor diversion, courtesy of the primate care team. They've covered the floor of the playroom with freshly cut bamboo.
Bamboo, pretty much something that they don't really sort of eat, really. They like it, just use it for playing, building nests, and just something to muck about, something just to entertain them.
Jarno opens up, giving the group access to the large playroom. A scatter feed has been mixed in with the bamboo to keep them fully occupied, and the young orangutans demonstrate their appreciation. They're soon throwing it everywhere, immersed in making a good old mess and having lots of fun. True to form, however, Oisin has her mind on finding food and methodically sifts through the bamboo, searching for every morsel. Rika is developing a taste for the fresh green leaves. Like many young males, Bulu Mata has a more gung-ho approach. Up goes the bamboo as he launches it into the air to forage underneath. The technique needs a little fine-tuning. He ends up wearing much of it. Youngest in the group, 6-year-old Mimi, is growing up fast.
She's really independent young lady, so she spent lots of her time on her own and chilling and just enjoying any enrichment and thing that we offer her.
Both Mimi and Rika are given a contraceptive pill, as 12-year-old male Sylvester is reaching adulthood. He'll soon be developing the huge facial flanges associated with full-grown adults and will need to move on from the nursery, which is why Alison is actively looking for a new home for him. Despite Bulu's juvenile sense of fun, he too is heading towards adulthood, and it's not possible for two large male orangs to live together without coming to blows. But for now, they're still enjoying each other's company, being teenagers and having fun. With more than 260 primates to feed and keep content all year round, the park welcomes generous donations of fruit and insects, particularly in the colder months.
Winter management is always more challenging because there's less for them to do out in the enclosures, less foraging for bugs and sort of browse and things like that. So being able to kind of just throw out some nice treats for them throughout the winter definitely does kind of, just keeps them in higher spirits, and they certainly get a lot of enjoyment out of some nice extra treats that they wouldn't normally get.
Sharon has prepared a colourful breakfast for Levar's troop of 7 woolly monkeys. She distributes a donation of strawberries mixed in with whole oranges and carrots all over the wonderful tree-filled enclosure. The aim is to get every member of the group outside and keep them busy and active on this cold winter's morning. The troop pile out en masse. There's lots of excited trilling as they realise there's something different on the menu today. The natural enclosure, with a network of ropes and hosing linking all the trees, makes it easy for the troop to move around and search out the fresh fruit and veg breakfast. Five-year-old Cosmo is enjoying the strawberries. It's cold enough to see his breath, but that doesn't stop him devouring them one after the other. Strawberries are definitely a firm favourite. The park's oldest woolly monkey, Levar, and his 2-year-old son, Leroy, bond over their shared love of the fruit as they breakfast together. The primate care team are convinced there'll be a couple of new additions to the group in the near future. A health check last week confirmed Olivia is expecting a baby in the next couple of months.
Olivia is doing well. She's not a very large pregnant female, but she is young. She is quite a small girl anyway. It's first time baby. So it is always, we really do struggle pinpointing due dates with these monkeys because they all present so differently. So we're keeping a very close eye on her, but generally in herself she's happy enough, and we're quite happy that she seems to be just progressing okay.
It's a family affair. Olivia's mum Zingu is also thought to be pregnant, which could be a great help for her daughter, who'll be a first-time mum.
I think Zingu will certainly be keeping a close eye and hopefully showing that nice sort of interest as well as dominant female. And I think having Zingu here in this group is definitely going to benefit Olivia when baby comes along.
But that's in the future. For now, the group's focus is the tasty breakfast, with everyone tucking in and enjoying it. Including the local wildlife. Recently, Enzo's group of woolly monkeys moved into a brand new purpose-built house, leaving their former home vacant. But not for long. The maintenance team are already busy converting it into the park's second nocturnal loris house. They're being quick about it too, because Alison is expecting another Bengal slow loris to arrive at the park in a matter of days.
What I know so far is that it's a loris that's approximately 12 to 13 years old. The previous owner got her in from a confiscation, actually, out of Hong Kong. Now, that's quite interesting because she, in theory, and I'll see her CITES papers when she arrives, came from the same place that we got our loris from in Hong Kong. So a rescue center that the government takes wildlife and leaves them to care for it and try and find a new home. So she might have been through that same center at about the same time as some of the loris that we already have here. And I have been told that she is of similar size to our other Hong Kong loris. So she's a big girl.
The new, currently unnamed loris has been living as part of a private collection in Cornwall. And to create some space for her, 3 of the park's original 6 lorises are being moved into the new accommodation. Nearly 8 years ago, Monkey World welcomed its first ever slow loris, Boo, who was rescued from the Maldives.
Hi, you.
2 years later, the 5 lorises from Hong Kong joined her. Alison and the team wanted to try and learn as much as possible about this unusual, secretive species that so little is known about, to complement the work done at Dau Tien, the park's sister sanctuary in Vietnam, which rescues and releases lorises back into the wild. Now Bruce and females Boo and Bobby are moving into the newly converted home as part of that plan.
We're popping them into their new rooms. We've put Bruce into the big playroom and we're going to put the girls into the bedrooms because the girls already live together, so they can have the sort of smaller 3 bedrooms. And then hopefully, when we've given them a little bit of time to settle, there's actually an intro panel that's been created between the bedrooms and the playroom with sort of a mesh, fine mesh on it. So we're hoping that once they've had a bit of time to settle, we can open that up, get Bruce used to the ladies next door and perhaps create sort of a working trio, but we'll see how that goes.
Just like their name, the lorises are slow to emerge. But the red light nocturnal conditions help encourage the trio to explore their new surroundings, albeit at their own pace. It's been almost a month since wildlife vet Nick Masters visited the park to examine Gypsy. Since then, the bachelor chimp's blood test results have come back as normal, and a COVID test proved negative. It means there's still no obvious explanation for the abnormalities, which showed up in X-rays of the chimp's lungs. In the weeks since, Gypsy's condition hasn't improved. In fact, he appears to have deteriorated. Now, Nick and the vet team are going to have a second look.
His breathing has become very shallow and rapid, which has made us quite suspicious that there's something else going on other than the chronic bronchial patterning that we saw in his lungs. He has also looked to lose some weight, and he's not quite behaving like his normal rambunctious self, which is very unusual for him. So we are quite worried about him at the moment, which means we want to have him down just for some further investigations, just to make sure that we're not missing anything and to make sure that we're treating him the best we possibly can.
The day hasn't got off to the best of starts. Gypsy refused his pre-med and wouldn't cooperate when a member of the primate care team tried to administer the anaesthetic by hand injection. Nick has had to resort to Plan B and dart the chimp.
We're just trying to minimise all that pre-anaesthetic stress if we can. Doesn't help physiologically, but we've done it now, and fingers crossed he'll be going down.
Gypsy is taken straight to the park's hospital, where he's intubated and stabilised. Local vet Ruth Crossman is assisting Nick and will perform an ultrasound.
So previously we took chest x-rays, but under quite difficult conditions in the enclosure. Yeah. So it'd be good to repeat those. Yeah. But you're all set up and ready to go, aren't you, with the scan?
You can do the chest, I don't mind which.
Oh, OK.
Do you want to do X-rays first?
Let's get the x-rays done first.
Nick wants to do a number of x-rays to compare to the ones taken last month. He's looking for changes around Gypsy's vital organs, and his lungs in particular.
Does this look generally quite radio opaque to you? I mean, we're not low on the settings, are we? So we're not really getting to see vessels coming from the heart or anything, are we? So he's got major changes in the lungs. It looks as if there's a sort of thickening of the walls of the airways and maybe some of the tissue between them. It's the sort of picture you see in people that have like a chronic bronchitis. What on earth has caused that? We don't know. We're speculating completely. So we're trying to treat him symptomatically at the moment.
Heart rate has come down a little bit as well, 72 is what I was getting.
An ultrasound should provide a clearer picture. Gypsy's heart appears normal.
I think the left atrium that's quite nice one, the left atrium there, and it doesn't look huge compared to the left ventricle.
Yeah.
And they seem to be closing all right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
As does his spleen.
Looks functionally normal, yeah? Yeah.
That leaves his lungs. The team decide to perform a tracheal wash. A second tube is inserted down Gypsy's throat and a saline solution injected into the lungs before being drawn back out.
We're just trying to get a sample of any sort of cells or bacteria that are present in the lung and to look to see whether that is normal or not. Looks very clear, doesn't it? Yeah, that's good. That's good. I mean, it fits with his very dry, unproductive cough.
It's reassuring, but still doesn't get to the bottom of Gypsy's condition. A new set of blood samples is taken for comparison. Then Gypsy is put on the scales.
50.2.
So his weight today was 46.2, so he's lost 3 kilos in 3 weeks.
It's as good as we can do. No, I think that's as good as we can do, definitely. I'm sure we know, where the problem is.
Yeah.
We don't know exactly what the cause is.
Gypsy is returned to one of the bedrooms at the bachelor house to recover. The team still don't have a definitive answer, but hope a course of medication will see him improve. But a few days later, their optimism was dashed. Due to a long-term health condition, Gypsy had also developed the autoimmune condition Crohn's disease, and nothing further could be done. The terrible but important decision was made to let him go. The team will miss him.
Just devastating to lose him. Just getting food into him became a bit of a nightmare. He just had no desire to eat, and we were looking at this very emaciated chimpanzee, and he needed food to get through it, and he just didn't want to do it. He was just losing the will, we think. There was an awful lot wrong with Gypsy, so as heartbreaking as it was for us, it was absolutely the right decision because we just wouldn't have got him through it, and he was quite clearly suffering. So, yeah, it's just a horrible, horrible time for everyone involved, really.
Next time on Monkey Life, Alison and the team welcome a new female loris to the park.
She doesn't have a name right now, so just calling her, and we're just gonna have to try and think up a name and get to know her.
And a log lifting workout for Dodger the Capuchin.